World aid workers in Syria remain committed, despite threat of U.S. strikes. Vertical bracket Fox News. Fox News Digital Network. Fox News. Fox Business. You Report. Fox News Radio. Fox News Latino. Fox Nation. Fox News Insider. Login. Account. You're logged in as. Profile. Log out. Search site. Listen to Fox News Radio live. In air now. In air personalities. Home. Video. Politics. U.S. Opinion. Entertainment. Tech. Science. Health. Travel. Lifestyle. World. Sports. In air. Previous slide. Next slide. World home. UN. Conflicts. Terrorism. Disasters. Global economy. Environment. Religion. Scandals. Regions. World aid workers in Syria remain committed, despite threat of U.S. strikes. By Jamie Dedmer, published September 6, 2013. FoxNews.com. A Syrian refugee removes water and mud around his UN-supplied tent at Zabari Syrian refugee camp, near the Syrian border in Mafraq, Jordan. AP photo/Mohammed Anan. Humanitarian workers in Syria are vowing to stay even with the looming threat of U.S. strikes, knowing that an attack will make their jobs even more perilous but also more necessary than ever. With more than 100,000 dead in the 2.5-year civil war, and millions more displaced, aid workers from the United Nations, World Food Programme and other food and medical aid charities are entrenched in Syria. Many say they are committed, no matter how much worse the fighting gets. We are on the ground and we have no plans to withdraw staff at all, said Tarek Kurdi, the UN High Commissioner for Refugees Syria representative. We have a contingency plan to try to respond to the humanitarian crisis and to implement the plan we need to be present. Kurdi, speaking to FoxNews.com by phone from Damascus, said the challenges are enormous for his staff of more than 300. The humanitarian situation is already worsening by the day, he said. It is a very difficult situation with so many Syrians displaced and the healthcare system just not functioning. We are on the ground and we have no plans to withdraw staff at all. Tarek Kurdi, the UN High Commissioner for Refugees Syria representative. The decision not to withdraw staff is in marked contrast to March 2003, when then UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan ordered not only weapons inspectors out of Iraq but aid workers as well ahead of the U.S. invasion. The fact that the proposed American airstrikes in Syria and punitive raids in reprisal for the Assad government's alleged use of chemical weapons 2 weeks ago and would be limited is factoring into the UN decision to stay put. But the decision is also testament to the scale of the humanitarian crisis engulfing war-torn Syria and the dedication of aid workers in the ground, say the UN sources. No one wants to go, says a senior UN official, who declined to be identified, as he didn't have authorization to speak with the media. Earlier this week, the UN announced the humanitarian crisis fund by the Syrian war had passed another grim milestone, with the tally of Syrian refugees in neighboring countries topping more than 2 million, placing unprecedented strain in host communities, their resources and infrastructure, and aggravating sectarian divisions in Lebanon, Turkey, Jordan and Iraq. Around 5,000 people a day are fleeing the nearly 3-year conflict, which the UN says has already claimed at least 100,000 lives. Inside Syria, humanitarian agencies estimate more than 4 million are displaced and are in need of food aid and basic assistance. UN High Commissioner for Refugees Antonio Guterres has dubbed the Syrian crisis a disgraceful humanitarian calamity with suffering and displacement unparalleled in recent history. Earlier this summer, the World Food Programme's executive director Erfarin Cousin told FoxNews.com during a stopover in Beirut after a visit to Damascus that she admired the courage of the more than 100 WFP staffers inside Syria, adding she has to evaluate regularly whether to evacuate